Okay, so why do women like bad boys over good men and all the nice guys available? What do women really want? This is a topic that's been debated for years. So let's explore the 5 interesting insights Jeffrey, a typical nice guy, learned from Jessica, an actually really good, nice girl he's had a crush on forever, about why women go for bad boys instead of good guys. And the 5 things Jeffrey did to overcome these obstacles and get the girl of his dreams, and how you can too. Welcome to Just the Tip. In this, based on a true story, not quite true story, Jessica is in her 30s and she's just gone through another nasty breakup with a bad boy. She feels like she's wasted her time on another fruitless relationship with a guy who just doesn't respect her or put her as a priority, like ever. He cancels on her with either lame excuses or no excuses whatsoever. She just can't figure out why she keeps going for these bad boys, and she wonders why she can't just settle down with a nice guy like Jeffrey who's always been there for her. One night, out of desperation and genuine curiosity, Jeffrey asks Jessica why she always goes for the bad boys instead of the good guys like him. And since she was already wondering that herself, she gave herself some time to think about it so that she could actually give him an answer that was honest and true, that might help both him and herself. And she came up with these 5 reasons. First, Jessica feels that bad boys are more unpredictable than nice guys because they're not afraid to take risks and challenge convention. This kind of spontaneity appeals to Jessica, even though she's not all that adventurous herself, and she thinks maybe that's exactly why it appeals to her. Having someone take the lead makes her feel more adventurous, which ties into number 2. Bad boys often epitomize confidence and strength, and that appeals to Jessica's independent nature. Women are drawn to confidence and strength because it makes us feel safe, and confidence and strength is about inner confidence and strength and outer confidence and strength. Third, in Jessica's experience, bad boys have more of a social life filled with new experiences and endless possibilities. Women need to feel stimulated mentally, emotionally, physically. Plus, it takes the pressure off Jessica to be his entire social life and source of entertainment. Fourth, bad boys are often unencumbered by traditional rules and expectations, which gives them an air of mystery. Jeffrey's seemingly mundane opinions of always following what the crowd says doesn't actually inspire Jessica. She needs to be intrigued. And finally, it came down to the fact that Jessica really likes to be stimulated mentally and challenged, which in her experience happened more with the bad boys than the nice guys who were always agreeing with her. In fact, the Jessica in this story, quote unquote, said to me just the other day, banter. Bad boys know how to banter. Sometimes a girl needs to be challenged. You know what? She gets it. Although these reasons pose a challenge for Jeffrey, he decides there are things he can do without compromising his integrity or becoming someone he's not. And he knows it's going to require him to get out of his comfort zone for sure. Remember, life begins outside your comfort zone, but he also knows he'll never find a great girlfriend like Jessica or someone else if he doesn't at least try. For example, he can, 1, become more spontaneous in his daily routine, taking a different route to work, maybe taking up rock climbing or even skydiving on the weekends. 2, start working out regularly to build up his body and his confidence. Plus, he'll be healthier. 3, join some social clubs or take dancing lessons to expand his social life. 4, expand some of his own boundaries and comfort zones by trying new restaurants or different cuisines, or maybe, if he can afford it, traveling abroad. 5, invest more time in developing his intellect by reading different books on different topics or attending classes or lectures outside his comfort zone. Now, Jeffrey knows enough to know that he can't just negotiate with Jessica into giving him a chance before he's had a chance to prove himself. So he's smart. He decides to show her instead of tell her. He starts with the easier stuff, like taking a different route to work and working out at the gym instead of just at home. And it really doesn't take that long for Jessica to notice Jeffrey's newfound confidence and interesting new life. He also seems a lot more happy and less needy, too. Not only does Jeffrey become more confident and spontaneous over time, but he also starts initiating more interesting conversations with new people, which are a lot more lively than they used to be. Jeffrey really starts feeling his new confidence, and pretty soon he notices that he's not actually nervous at all around Jessica. And in fact, he's not even thinking about her all the time like he used to. He's starting to notice other women. In fact, he's actually starting to notice a few of Jessica's physical and personality flaws, and while he's still attracted to her, he realizes he's not intimidated by her anymore, and he's starting to have some standards of his own. He starts bantering with her and teasing her playfully without being mean. How did he do this? Well, I'm going to tell you in a minute. And by the way, if you like this content, click subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. One day, Jeffrey surprises Jessica with an impromptu rock climbing session, which is something Jessica would never expect of him. And he says, as friends, of course, so there's no pressure or expectation. Now the ball's in her court. Or maybe it's a rock in her court. Anyways, it's in her court. Ultimately, what wins Jessica over entirely and finally is Jeffrey's ability to surprise her by challenging her intellectually without being condescending or too intense, which is something that bad boys often do because of emotional immaturity. And while there are many qualities that attract girls like Jessica to bad boys over nice guys, with some effort and patience, nice guys like Jeffrey are able to be just as attractive, if not more so, without resorting to dubious tactics and bad boy behavior. In summary, why women love bad boys over good guys, nice guys. Bad boys are: 1. Bad boys are exciting and unpredictable. 2. Bad boys have a lot of confidence. Being too nice comes across as boring, creepy, or even manipulative. 3. Are often spontaneous and don't play it too safe. In other words, they're fun. 4. Are usually funny because they're not afraid to offend. 5. They challenge women in a way that makes those women want to turn those bad boys into good men. Ultimately, and I've heard this 1,000 times from women of all ages, women want a good man with a bit of an edge who they can still feel safe with, and they can feel cherished, protected, and stimulated by. And a great way to show her your edge is to tease her in a playful way that triggers her arousal and instantly sparks attraction. To find out how to do that, watch my video, The 3 T's of Flirting, How to Tease Her. Thanks for being here. God bless.
And, oh my gosh, you guys, it's so cold out here. So yeah, it's not about like playing games or trying to be something you're not. Like when you actually develop confidence within yourself and do all of these things, you're just going to have a better life regardless of how it affects women. It just happens that that's a bonus, that women love these kind of traits in men. So keep that in mind. You're doing it for you, not for her. And if you want to know what to wear, if you want to upgrade your style and choose some fashion items that all women love, then I'm going to put this video, okay, that was me being cheesy, at the end. So stay tuned for that.